Well, the polls were right. The polls said it was going to be very, very close indeed, and it was going to be everything within the margin of error. And things do look pretty much like that. Maybe Trump doing better than the polls suggested. Again, and this would be the pattern of 2016, 2020, and now 2024, where Donald Trump outperforms. We've just had the declaration that Trump has won North Carolina, and that was a big target that the Democrats hoped they might be able to flip. And we've also had Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State for Georgia, saying that Donald Trump now has an insurmountable lead in that state. So the peach state of Georgia looking decidedly peachy for Donald Trump, that he is going to carry that state as well. And as we were just hearing, as our sweep around the country, you are left with the blue wall of Michigan, Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, and Harris has to win all three. And at the moment, you wouldn't bet much on that right now. And so you have the New York Times saying 91% certain that Trump is the next president of the United States. Now, look, it's still possible that she will do really well in kind of Detroit or in Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh or these other places in the Midwest, which are the big areas of population. But at the moment, there are no indications that that is happening. So, 4:30 in the morning, we're not calling it yet, but I'd be astonished if the outcome is anything other than a Trump victory.
When let's take the Democrats as the example, but when a staff leader of the Democrats sends an email, the one I was mentioning the other about half an hour ago, saying it's not over yet, that is the route, the Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan route is the route we knew would be there. And then I won't read it all out to you, but then he digs down into some of the detail in each of those states. Is that just morale or is it true? Bit of both.
You don't know, and you don't. Yeah, I was in the Javits Center in New York in 2016, preparing for the Hillary Clinton victory party on the night of the election there, and her chief of staff comes in at something like 2:00 in the morning and says it's not over yet. There's still a little way to go, and everybody knew it was all over. And that there was no way to go, and they just weren't ready to concede defeat. I mean, no, we're not at the moment of a concession from Kamala Harris, but the route is looking really difficult, and you just feel that all the cards now need to fall, every single one of them, within no margin of error in Kamala Harris's favour, because if they don't, then Trump is home, and I just think that for every single card to fall now in her favour, when we've seen so much disappointment everywhere else, then the blue wall would be bucking the trend of the rest of the country. And so not only is Trump on course to win the Electoral College, getting to 270 Electoral College votes, maybe on course as well to win the popular vote as well.
And if it's the case and it's another Trump presidency, we're not Americans, so we'll put their domestic issues to one side. What will it mean for the world, do you think, John? Just a small question to finish off.
Yeah, look, I think it means big changes. I think that, Joe Biden, when he became president, his whole message was America is back. Donald Trump is an isolationist. Donald Trump, he won't put it like this, but broadly, it's America is staying at home, and he'll want to slap tariffs on foreign goods coming into the country, and that will have its own economic jolt on Europe if tariffs are imposed on European products, as he is threatening. And likewise, in terms of diplomacy and geopolitics, it's going to be a bumpier ride for NATO, and it's going to be, if you're Volodymyr Zelensky or you're a Ukrainian who's been involved in the fight against, Russia invading your territory, you're going to feel pretty depressed. And I think if you're Poland, if you're Estonia, if you're Latvia, if you're Lithuania, you're going to feel worried that what this means about Russian expansionism now.